Welcome to Out and About with Trev, CoVid-19 Lockdown Editions 2020. Well, before I get to the really big work on the car, one of the sort of big jobs I got to do on it inside the interior. The seat belts were damaged and I've got to replace all of them, so I had to pull them all out. And while today I was just trying to get the last one out from the driver's seat, I had to pull the seat out, but it was good because then I could clear out all the stuff underneath the seat. There was a lot there, so I'm going to take the other one out on the passenger drive as well, and sort of clean that up as well. Oh well, another day, another small problem. As you can see, I've pulled out the inside of the door, and the reason I did that is because when I had the music up, there was a bit of a vibration in the door, and I think I found the problem. So basically, speaker might be stuffed, but I'll do a bit of fix with some masking tape. So basically that's just a quick fix for the speaker for the moment. I'll get a new set of speakers for it later on. I mean, this thing rolled off the factory line about 20 years ago, so you can't expect them to last forever. I've also repainted the front wipers. They were a bit damaged and looking a bit sad, so splashed a bit of paint on them. I adjusted the nudge bar because it was a little bit close to the front of the car and just needed to back off a little bit, so adjusted it and splashed a bit of paint on the bottom of it just to make it look a little bit cool. The big thing that's happened in the last week is that I've replaced the rear seat belts. They were completely damaged. The previous owner's dog munched them. Not really much I can say about that, but you know, naughty Fido if nothing else. And because I had to replace all of them, I found a bit of damage on the driver's seat belt as well. I decided to get them in nice sexy blue to match the car, and I think they look awesome. And next fortnight I'll pick up the front ones, and that'll be the end of, basically that's the interior done and dusted. I've given it a bit of a clean, and we'll probably a bit of vacuuming and what have you, and it's all looking pretty slick now. On the outside, or from a mechanical point of view, what I do have to replace are the front CV drive shafts. I had a good look and they're a bit knocked around. And then once I get them in, I'm gonna go and I'll get a wheel alignment done, because during taking the CV shafts out, you blow your alignment. So as soon as I get the CV shafts in, I'll take it for a wheel alignment, and then straight after that I'll take it in for roadworthy, and we'll see just what else needs to be done, because I can't really see anything else that's really broken on it. So I might come out of that with a bit of a list of things to do. I may not, don't know, but I'll roll the dice at that point. So that'll be in about, I don't know, about a month's time. Yeah, something like that, about a month's time. So all very exciting. I can't wait to get this thing on the road. It'll be handy at the moment, even though we're still in lockdown from the COVID-19, obviously. It would still be handy to be able to take this and just go pick up some shopping. If I've got to go up to Bunnings and get some other gear, that'd be handy. But down the line, I'm already planning a very special trip. Last year I did my very special 50th celebration bushwalk and went from JB Plain, where my mum's ashes are, down into the West Kiwa, and ultimately ended up at Bright, where my dad's ashes are. In the middle of it I turned 50, and that was really special. And I've got to tell you, I am going to bring that to you in a coming episode very soon. May even be the next episode. But this year is already off to a cracking start. I mean, it's sad for a lot of people, I understand that, but for me personally, it's been amazing to get this thing in the driveway, to get it to the point where it's getting close to being on the road. And I lived in Bright for about 30 years, and my previous vehicles have been to, I've been to some very specky spots, and up around Bright and up Mount Hotham and places like that. And I've got photos of my previous cars in these different locations. And what I've decided is to do a bit of a retrospective trip, take the Subi out for a nice drive up into the northeast, and I'm going to go and get some photos of this thing in some of the places I've had some of my other cars. And we've got spots like Clear Spot, which is above Bright, which is pretty specky, Mount Pulpunka, which is also above Bright. We've also got the majestic Mount Hotham, and in fact, I had my van right out the front of JB Plain at one point, where my mum's ashes are and where I started my hike last year. So it's all that's going to be an interesting trip. I just don't know when I'm going to be able to do it, because like everyone, we don't know when we're going to come out of the lockdown. It's going to be a little bit longer road than I think people want, but all we can do at the moment is stay safe, stay home if you can, and we'll all get through this. And like I say, on the other side, I'm absolutely looking forward to taking this thing out on the road. Cheers, guys. Beautiful.